Hey everyone, CPO here, and in this video, I'm going to be doing an arts and crafts project. I'm going to be trying to fit this Elecom screen protector, a paper feel screen protector for an iPad Pro, to my Boox Note 3. So actually, I'm in the process of comparing the Note 3 to the Note Air, and this isn't what that video is about, but this surface is more pleasurable, feels better than the Note Air. I think it is a glassy surface. It's still got an anti-glare glass cover on it, but it feels a lot better. It feels less like just writing on glass than the Note Air, but I want to see if I can improve that. So I did some research looking for paper feel screen protectors, and there's the usual ones that you can usually find people doing reviews on. In fact, I think Voya from My Deep Guide just released one this morning of a couple, but he didn't talk about this one. So this is sort of a gem that seems to be very well regarded, but isn't super popular. It's Elecom. It's from Japan. It's made in Japan. I got it from Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description. Clearly, this is a Japanese product, but it supposedly is one of the best paper feel screen protectors. So before I make my decision on whether or not I want to keep this Note 3 as my primary device, I'm pretty sure I like it more than the Note Air already. I also have the Remarkable, I have the Paper, and I have a Remarkable 2 on order. So I'm going to give this a fair chance by putting on a paper feel screen protector so that maybe I can remove some of that bias about how the writing feel is. So yeah, this is for an 11-inch iPad Pro. And it comes like this, and I'll explain this. This is actually pretty interesting. It also comes with a cardboard wiping card to help push out air bubbles. It comes with a microfiber cloth to clean. It comes with a sticker to pick up dust. Like, it's got the full package there. And of course, instructions, thankfully, in English as well as Japanese, if you are so inclined. But I'm going to need this. But actually, I'm not really going to use this. Maybe I am. Yeah. A lot of these things apply. So the problem is, right, that this is a different form factor than the iPad Pro. So originally, I wish I'd have got a bigger one. I don't know if they make them bigger than 11-inch. I think they might. I need to look into that. If I do this again, if I like this, I will probably get a bigger one. The reason being is this one covers the entire surface. I can make it fit. It's a little bit short top to bottom, a little bit wide side to side, so I have to cut it anyway. And it's got, conveniently, like, it could have a cutout for the button. So I don't know. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have to trim just like a millimeter or two off of each side. And then these corners are radiused differently. So these are much larger radius than these. So, yeah, I'm going to play around with trying to get it the best fit as I can. I'm not sure if I'm just going to stop it right across this line and just use the glass writing surface covered, or if I'm going to go ahead and let it come down and maybe go above that button a little bit, but not all the way to the bottom. So I'm a little bit limited on what I can do with it because it's just barely bigger, but I do need to cut some of it off for obvious reasons. So if this was on the Note Air, pretty close. Like I would not be able to cover this part, and I would just chop these ends off and then radius the corners. Actually, just these two corners because these can be straight. So it would probably fit better here. But again, I think there's a bigger one, a bigger iPad Pro, and I honestly just got 11 because I knew this was a 10.3-inch screen. But I didn't consider how well it was going to cover the non-screen areas. So either way, the screen will be covered, and then we will see what I like about this device. I am using the Samsung S Pen Lite. I do like this pen. Again, this is a recommendation from My Deep Guide. And I took that recommendation, and I do like this pen. So the pen that comes with the Note 3 is this guy. The pen that comes with the Note Air is this guy. And then the pen that comes with my Remarkable 1 is this guy. So I'll try them all just to see how they all work. And by the way, I'm using the gray nib on the S Pen. It came with the black one pre-installed. It also came with an extra single gray one. The black ones are way too rubbery. I do like the gray one though, but that may change once I put this on. So we'll see. The first thing I want to do though is try and figure out how to cut this to size in a way that makes sense. So excuse me while I figure this out. So this is the screen protector that comes with, look, I don't know if you can see, static electricity has captured all kinds of dust particles onto this. There you go. That's one of the reasons these are so hard to install cleanly, is because they just collect so much dust because of static. In contrast, this one doesn't have that issue, it seems. So yeah, something to be aware of. So I'm going to use this sort of as a guide for how I want to cut or maybe radius the corners. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do here, and I was trying to decide if I wanted to use a razor knife or just try with scissors. Honestly, I think what I'm going to do is cut it just like that. And I'm going to leave it as long as it can go, but I know it's not going to go all the way to the bottom, and that's fine. All right, I think what I'm going to do is just put a tape there to hold it sort of together. I don't really need to tape both sides, so I'll just sort of fold that over. That holds the alignment, so as I move it around, it's not continuously shifting. And then, yeah, I don't know. So it's going to be a little bit short. It should clear the button, though. Let's make sure. So if I say I want it there, yeah, it'll clear the button, the fingerprint reader button. So, and just be, you know, a little bit off the bottom. Yeah, I feel like that's working okay. So the first cut is kind of a scoring cut. I'm just going to do that all the way around, and yeah, I'll be back. You don't have to watch this. I can clean up this corner just a smidge with scissors. I find I'm better with scissors than a razor in a lot of cases for stuff like that. Okay. All right, so one of the cool things about this system is it's got a, they call it an affixing sticker. And the, oh, I need to remove this. The sticky side plastic that you remove comes off in two different sections. So what you do is you put this in place, get it all lined up, which in case it's going to go like that. Now you can see how not straight my lines are. Oof. Let's see if that made it better or worse. I think it's better. So what you do is you stick this to the tablet, right? And then you lift up this side, get it stuck, and then you lift up the other side, which is actually how I apply these regardless. This one just happens to come with that capability built in. So you can see I've got dust already sort of building up from just moving around. So that's going to be a problem, right, if you get dust in here. So a couple things. First of all, the surface that you're going to be laying against this, even the not sticky side, right? What you want to do is also keep it clean and dust free. So I like that it comes with microfiber cloth and a dust sticker. So it's just a little cloth. It's nothing fancy, but enough to get off oils and fingerprints and any other surface, you know, contaminants. All right, and I'm just going to come in here and wipe this down as well, because we're going to be laying it against the clean surface. We want this to be somewhat clean as well. And then this sticker, which is just a sticker, and you can use any other type of sticker. It's literally to get dust You can also use masking tape if you don't have one of these stickers. I'm looking in the reflection of the light for any other dust. I don't see any more. So let me just double check this. I think that looks okay. Actually, a couple of dusts there. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is flip this over, try not to stir up too much crap in the air. I'm gonna remove this and then that's sticky. So now I just need to line up this where I want it. And then once I get it lined up, press that into place. Okay, so now it's sort of held in place. And then what you do is you flip this up and remove it. And let it lay down. Push out any air. If you see, which I don't even see any air bubbles, you can chase them out with this. So what you need to do here is we're going to lift this up. It removes the sticky piece. And then I've cut off the sticker, unfortunately. So I got to get in here with my nail. Now you can use this dust sticker to sort of hold this so you're not having to grab it with your fingers. Get that out of the way. And then I'm just slowly letting it lay into place. Looking for air bubbles that don't go away or don't want to push, because those could be dust, but I think all of these are pushing. It's not going to be perfect along the edges because I suck at this. But hey, I did get it laid on there. Now, we pull off this blue. If I can get an edge. Boom, and there we go. It's kind of funny how it so I like to use another piece of plastic if I push bubbles. Otherwise it just like takes your skin off with this paper feel. That feels way different. Oh my gosh. How's the glare? I think it's got more glare. Wow. Hear that? Now, some of these air bubbles will usually dissipate over time. So don't be too concerned. That is a speck of dust, unfortunately. Right here. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to see if it dissipates because this is a test run anyway. So I'm going to watch this. I don't even know if you can see that. Right there. That's a dust speck. So see how it doesn't want to move? And then right in the center of it is right in the center of that, you can see the dust speck. So that's a problem with, putting these things on in a non-clean environment. Yeah, my edges could be better, my corners. I wish they would just make screen protectors for this. Maybe they will when there's enough people who buy them. But that's okay. This is my test run. Arts and crafts project. All right, so let's see how it writes. I'm going to come in here and just create a notepad. Looks like I do have, I think those are just air. Those are going to go away. Don't panic. If you see little air bubbles like this, sometimes they will seep through the screen protector, like dissipate. And then even the specks of dust will, you won't even notice them. So don't panic day one. Give it a couple days. See what it looks like. Okay, it is a way different feel. Yeah, very different feel. How does it compare? Wow. I almost like it better than the Remarkable. I don't know, man. I'm trying not to be too subjective because I just installed it. Yeah, it does feel good. And this is something I can do on on the Note that I can't do on the Remarkable. I'd say test run success. So now what I need to do is figure out if I can get a bigger one that will go ahead and completely cover the surface. Figure out a better method for getting the edges nice and clean, and see if these air bubbles dissipate on their own or not. So I'll leave it on here for a couple of days, and we'll see if that does in fact happen, if these things go away. Usually they do. My experience has been they will. Like, you can push them out, and again, take a piece of plastic. Otherwise, you're just going to rub the skin off your fingers with this rough surface. It's kind of sandpapery. But yeah, I do like it. It feels sort of a combination between the Remarkable and the paper from QuarkLogic. It's sort of in between. The QuarkLogic paper was a little bit too scratchy for me. This isn't that scratchy. Wow. You know what's strange? Look at the two side by side. Let me clear off both of these. This is just something I'm noticing right now. So this was not a review comparison video between the two, but it's always crazy to try and remember how to use each device. My handwriting on the Remarkable. My handwriting on the Onxy Boox Note 3. This looks so much better, in my opinion. So much better. That's the Note 3 pen. A little scratchier, I think, than the S pen. This is the Note Air pen. It doesn't work on the Remarkable. I think this pen actually feels pretty nice on it, and the Remarkable pen. It's definitely scratchier and more friction with the Remarkable pen. Honestly, the S pen and the Note Air pen feel the best from a writing perspective. But this is actually good. So that's my combination right now. The S Pen with this Elecom screen protector on the Boox Note 3 right now feels really nice. And I get the benefits of all the features. So some of the downsides of the Boox lineup, whether it's the Note 3 or the Note Air, is the feel, the glassy feel. And this just took that away from me. Also, I'm going on a tangent now. Also, right, the other thing I didn't like about the Note Air is it felt like a glass, hard tablet. This, with the plastic shell, I know a lot of people don't feel like plastic feels premium. I like this feel better. It feels more like a I don't know. It feels more analog, less mechanical and more analog, less electronic. Yeah, and I like this button. I'm gonna do a full review on this. So yeah, and then the fingerprint reader, obviously. is amazing. So if I lose my paper notebook, I have zero security and protection. If I lose my any of these electronic tablets, I can put a pen lock on them, but then you have to type their pen every time, which is kind of annoying, so I tend to leave it off. But with this one, and the ability to just go in with a fingerprint, makes it really nice. So things I'm going to be watching for: does this dust speck dissipate on its own, and do these bubbles disappear? And then how do I feel after writing on it for a few days? But yeah, so far, yeah, super pleased with this. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.